We bid you good day.
Hello, hello. How are you, Ethan?
Perfect. And you?
Very good. It's a beautiful night here. Is there any
Your
message for us, Ethan?
your weather systems seem to be stable on your planet.
My what system?
Your weather systems.
Yes.
We have not come through this channel in some time, so his body is readjusting to us at the moment.
Right. It's all right.
What questions do you have for us this evening?
Uh, Ethan, what's going on in the world, please? It's very confusing.
You asked for the time of disclosure, the time when more information would be brought forward from many different sources. You are starting to see this happen en masse.
What's the process of uncovering and unfolding disclosure?
Well, at this pace you are currently at this time, you are going to see a rapid unfoldment of the disclosure process. You will start seeing a lot of information come forward from many government officials from around your world. And then eventually you will start seeing more of our ships appearing in the sky. That is where you are currently in the stage of disclosure that is occurring on your planet.
I see. You know, it's interesting you bring it up because I saw a friend for dinner, and the topic of disclosure came up, and he said, "I don't believe anything until I see it."
Yes, but many of those people that you speak of that don't believe it unless they see it, because of the systems that have been running on your planet, even if they are shown direct evidence of ships and also direct information that contradicts what they believe, they will choose to stay in that state until they are ready to come out.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
What would it take for them? It would take for them some figure on TV to make them believe that that's okay now to believe in it.
No. Many of them must have direct experience.
They have to see it.
You do not require the same level of understanding or needing the direct experience to know that we exist.
Yes.
Therefore, there is a lower threshold for us to interact with you.
Right. Does that mean that people that understands the topic of extraterrestrial interdimensionals will interact with them first?
Generally, yes, because the idea that beings such as us exist is less of a barrier and less of a hurdle to get over.
Okay, fair enough. What type of interaction can we expect at the beginning? Would my phone, let's say, and I'll get a message from you or one of your friends, or how would it be?
You would not have a direct interaction with us, such as physical interaction or a message on your communication devices, but you will, as you are seeing currently, seeing information being leaked out onto the press, out onto places where more people are able to interact with it.
Yeah.
Eventually, you will see more of our ships appearing in the sky, and then eventually, when you reach the point where it is very normal to see ships often in the sky, then it will proceed from there. But this must go in stages, or it will be catastrophic for your society.
Yeah. The ships you're talking about, are those the saucer type or different kinds?
Many different kinds.
Okay. I saw this post today and I sent it to the channel. And it says, breaking: United States Representative Tim Burchett says aliens could be stationed in 5 or 6 underwater bases off the U.S. coast.
Yes.
So this is one of those types of disclosure you're speaking of.
Yes. It is preparing your mental psyche to understand that there's more.
Right. So I can assume that this person, Tim Borchet, has been given a script, and so have others, to release it in a timely manner.
Yes. This is the nature of disclosure. Because you are reaching the window of open contact, you as a species are reaching a point where it is necessary to start these types of information leaks or disclosure leaks.
Why was underwater mentioned? Wouldn't it be easier for people to swallow? Oh yeah, there's spaceships in the sky.
Not necessarily. It helps them to understand that we have been here for quite a long time, that we have been among you for quite a long time.
Right.
If it is something that has been there, regardless of what your governments believe or think is possible, it opens up the process. It opens up many people's state of mind. Whereas is if you have these ships come on mass and fleets, it would scare you.
Yes.
So therefore, you're be given an opportunity to perceive that we are already here.
I see. Thank you. There's some researchers that claim that the sightings that we have now, 4 out of 5, give or take, are not extraterrestrial. They're actually humans flying these reverse engineering ships. Is that correct?
Some. Many of the ships that you have as a species reproduced of ours do not necessarily have the cloaking technology, is that it's something that has been held back from them to understand. Understand that your ships cannot fly very far.
Right.
So therefore, they stay close to your planet. And because they do not have the interdimensional properties that a true extraterrestrial ship has, they are not able to cloak themselves.
I see. Thank you.
But because it is more closely related to your people and your planet, you are able to see it more easily. Whereas with our ships, you do not see us clearly.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Is there an order to the type or types of extraterrestrial that will be introduced to us? Who's the first, who's the second, and so on?
Initially, you will be introduced to the idea of the hybrids, and then you will start seeing more species that are more closely related to the idea of humans. And then as time goes on, you'll be introduced to more and more species that do not even resemble human. And then eventually you'll be introduced to someone like us.
And why would you be introduced after non-humans are being introduced?
Because we would burn out your nervous systems.
Sorry?
We would burn out your nervous systems.
Right. Okay. And for someone who's watching this first time, please explain what you're talking about here.
The idea that we operate in a high frequency manner. So, because we operate from this state of being, we operate at such a high frequency that you would not necessarily be able to interact with us because we are quasi physical in nature. And that pure nature itself, because we do operate at such a high frequency, we would burn you out. You would perceive us as dangerous. You would try to fight us. You are family.
Mm. Thank you. Ethan, for those who do not know who you are, would you please tell us who you are and where you from and where you now?
I am on my ship, as I have been in the entire time that I have been connecting with the channel. I am from a species called the Asasani. I am part of the first contact crew of the being you refer to as the Bashar. I am more of a second stage person who is now interacting with you and now opening himself up to be in a space for you to interact with more often. I am what you would determine the channel's future incarnation. We are connected in that way. Our energy is overwhelming his nervous system at the moment, which is why you are seeing many of the jerks happen as we come through him at this time. He has not been bringing us through as often, so his nervous system is having to recalibrate as we speak to you.
Okay, thank you. You can let us know if you need a break.
No, he is fine at this time. He will let you know.
Thank you. Ethan, there's a lot of talk, even between friends, about what's going to happen with the monetary system and where we're going financially. Some people say that there'll be a new sort of a digital coin backed by gold. Some people say other things. Give us an idea what's going on. We see markets going up and down. There's a lot of uncertainty.
You will see a rebalancing of your monetary systems. It will become more of a hybridized system where some people will have completely digital currency and some people will have the idea of paper money as you determine it. But your overall monetary systems will become more rebalanced for the entire planet that you currently live on to balance itself. Where there exists an imbalance in the monetary systems is where you see many of the problems occur in your planet. So therefore, the energy, which is really all that money is, the current needs to create a rebalancing event to where everything becomes more equal in nature.
Um, would that be done gradually, or will need to crash the market and introduce a new type of currency?
Well, would you rather have the entire system crash all at once, where many people experience the idea of destruction or starving or in a place of not necessarily being able to take care of themselves? Or would the idea of more rebalancing it to where it is equal for everyone be a more logical step?
Right.
We
Yeah,
do not
obviously.
want to destroy your planet.
Yeah.
We are here to help.
I understand, but perhaps powers that be, human powers that be, would rather destroy the current monetary system for whatever their reasons have.
We have, for some time now, been working in overtime to prevent certain events from happening. The way we are doing it now is here to be the most usable way of interacting and introducing ourselves to your society. The idea of letting your entire system crash and burn as you determine it is not in yours or our best interest.
Thank you. I see people being more aware now of what are they eating, what's in their food.
Yes.
Some apparently some chemicals are being pulled out of U.S. foods that they're not in the in the European brands.
Yes.
Is this part of enlightenment? Is this part of raising the frequency? We're also realizing that what we eat needs to be clean.
Yes. It's a natural state of rebalancing your system. It's a natural state of rebalancing your world. Because your internal world is a microcosm of the entire outer world, is a macro state versus the micro state. Understand that your physical world is a reflection of what you eat, how you interact energetically, how you pull yourself forward. So, therefore, many of those things that would pull you out of balance are being removed from your society.
Very good.
Yes.
Same idea. Alcohol consumption is dropping, and I can see no. I don't really. My friends don't consume alcohol, maybe a little bit, but almost nothing.
Yes.
Isn't that another part of all the elements coming together? Whether it's eating healthy, using less alcohol, to elevate the spirit, if you will.
Well, you are seeing an evolution of the way people consume,
Yes.
the way they bring themselves in, and what they put into their body. You are seeing, as a whole world, a decrease of that particular substance because it no longer serves you as a society.
Yes. With the recent release of certain files, the Epstein files, and
Yes.
there have been no arrests, or no one has been. There's a lot of names, but nothing really happened. With the release of these such files and the atrocities described in them, or alluded, would it make any real difference in the planetary consciousness?
Yes.
It will.
Yes. You may not see it now, but those who are in the file you are speaking of will eventually be dealt with.
Right.
It is part of the idea of the disclosure process because you must see all of the things that your society has not been doing that is in alignment with who you are truly as beings, as a culture, as a world, because everything is being revealed. This is part of the disclosure process. It is not necessarily just disclosing our existence, but it's revealing the existence of things that are drawing your world out of alignment.
Right. You know what came to mind is before social media, people would not share private information in public.
Yes.
Social media, it's also a form of disclosure, whether it's like what the cat did today, or how I feel.
Yes.
So in a way, social media is also preparation for living in a world where if we all telepathic, no secrets. Is this everything is disclosed all the time.
Yes. It's like plugging into a specific collective, depending on which one you choose to be part of. Because you
Yes.
have the idea of many different social media sites. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Well, there are many different collectives that you can join into.
Yeah, that's true.
It is the same idea.
Same idea.
Yeah.
In essence, we already ported ourselves, or at least the what we perceive to be us, for example, in the form of social media. Whatever I post or respond, or how I look at things, this is already porting myself out of my body into an ethereal realm. Yeah?
Yes. And it is also you choosing to consume the energy of that particular post.
Yes, yes,
Remember the idea of people consuming less alcohol? When
yes,
they choose to consume less of the negative social media, in that sense, they choose to experience a different reality. What you
yes,
engage with is what you consume.
yes. Some of my friends tend to post very negative, polarizing stuff. Is there any point of saying anything about that?
At this time, no.
No.
If you would like to be an example of what it looks like to connect with a person more on a positive basis, be the example. Choose what to see what you want to, but not operate from a place of disconnection.
Right. Thank you. Ethan, I went to Costa Rica a couple times last year, and I'm going to go again in about a week.
Yes.
And beautiful, love, I, such a beautiful, simple, natural place. All the people were phenomenal. Um, I'm thinking, what is it about that place that it makes it so unique, and all the people are so special, and all the people are so friendly and nice? And you come to Toronto, and it's still people and places, but it doesn't feel as great.
The environment itself is reflective of the state of the people who live there.
Fair.
When you are choosing to vibrate at a particular state where you can interact more fully in an environment where you are connecting to the particular energy that exists within it, you are choosing to consume that particular type of energy, that particular type of being, of knowingness as you move through the world. It's your choice.
Yes, yes, it is. Ethan, one of those calls, maybe more, I asked you, how come the channel and I, we all wanted some girlfriends, and we don't have them. We're dating. Um, how do you see state of dating when there's so much change happening so quickly?
The change in the mating rituals as a world, as a people, you are seeing an imbalance that has happened amongst your different genders being resolved. New dynamics need to come into place in order for the different society rituals that have existed that were out of balance to move into a more cohesive state for you to experience life from a more reflective, more quickly moved into a open space that is not necessarily what you are experiencing right now. Your relationships, whether they are the masculine or the feminine or something in between, have been hurt, have been changed for years to come from a more positive place, a place of lack. But now, because the idea of the imbalance is being connected with and drawn upon and changed, you are being given an opportunity to see a reflection of that experience.
Yes. And I do see a shift, a positive shift uh, in the air and when I speak with people. And perhaps a year ago, it was not like that at all.
But the shift itself is very intense.
Yes. But is the shift real, or is it because I believe there's a shift and I project, manifest myself a world where there's a shift?
Well, you are shifting very dramatically and very highly energetically to a new world. This is not exactly a very pretty process. You must shed the idea of the previous realities you came from.
Yes. With the introduction of AI and the looming mass firings. People will supposedly many people will lose their jobs. How do we balance that, and how we make sure everyone has the resources they need?
Your society's AI, as you would determine it, is not at the level where that event will take place yet.
Are we talking about 2 years, 5 years, 10 years?
Close to 10 to 15.
Okay. What about these robots that, according to Elon Musk, they'll be able to operate as the best surgeon?
This is still many years off.
Many.
Yes. Many of your technology that you perceive as quite advanced is not at the level where it can perform the activities that he speaks of.
Why would he say that it's available in 3 years where it's not?
Do you understand what the idea of overpromising something is?
I know what he means. Yeah.
The person you are speaking of sees from a place of wanting to be in complete control of the world. So he believes these particular things can happen on a timeline that is not reliable.
Interesting.
The technology you are speaking of is still quite not advanced enough to achieve the goals he speaks of.
Thank you.
Your whole society must adapt to a new way, and it is more beneficial to integrate and allow the natural state to come to a balanced place rather than complete devastation by removing everyone from the process or removing everyone from their ability to act and have everything they think they need. Many of these people that are running the systems are acting from a very greedy place.
Right.
So therefore, they are trying to eliminate what they believe to be the largest money sinks. But rather, they will find out very quickly they need to hire many of those people back. You know from your own interactions that there are limitations to what the technology currently can and cannot do.
Yes, yes, I do. What would you say? How much more advanced is the tool that we call AI? And I understand it's not real AI.
No,
That is released to the consumer, to me, versus what the company has or the government has.
20 years.
Okay, 20 years. So we could, with that 20-year advanced technology, we could solve hunger, energy, and most problems, cancer.
Yes. But you will see many of those physical types of symptoms, such as cancer, such as many sicknesses, being solved very quickly, in short, even with a limited AI presence.
That's good. What about eyesight or hearing?
There are many things out there, if you look even slightly, that have already addressed these things.
When can we expect the the whole kerfuffle with the U.S. and Israel and Iran to calm down?
You still have some sign left in that particular timeline event, but not too long.
Does this event requires another use of force to bring it to closure?
Yes,
It does. Okay,
on a small scale.
right. And there will be enough to tip it over?
Well, many of your people will have to choose what they would like to experience. This is all your people. This is all your world. You must decide as a world that you no longer wish to experience the reality that you were speaking of.
Yeah.
So, therefore, it comes down to you. We can't do it for you.
Fair enough. I have a friend, and his name is Brian, and Brian says that for every good there's evil. I said, Brian, I see that the world's becoming better, and people are waking up, and disclosures coming, and we're gonna have free energy, or maybe like cheaper energy, and things will be better. And he goes, just because you look that way, they seem to that way, but in reality, it's the exact opposite. Exists the whole time. You're just not in that. Is Brian correct?
Well, it's the reality he's choosing to interact with. What reality are you buying into?
Right. So I can go into the reality where there's always half and half no matter what, but I can also go into reality where the whole world can become godly.
Yes,
Ah, okay.
because you are still at the stage where you can see the realities where it is still primarily negative. You are seeing the remnants of those realities. You are seeing the result of many people making very negative decisions.
Yeah,
So, therefore, the reality you are choosing depends on what you consume.
right. What's and I'm asking this objectively. What's a good solution for what's going on in the States with chasing those immigrants and the demonstrations and all that? That cannot keep going like that.
The idea of the collective of what you refer to as the United States, it is part of their shadow. It is part of their particular karma of how the country itself, the group of people you refer to as Americans, it is their shadow of how the country was formed. So, therefore, in the process of disclosure, the process of moving forward, they have to deal with the idea of that past because these things have come around many times and not been dealt with correctly. So, therefore, they are being given a large catastrophic event to actually integrate and deal with this particular energy.
And that catastrophic event is yet to come.
No, you are in the middle of it.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and objectively again, what's going on in Canada? There's I saw today there's over 10% of people in Canada are not supposed to even be in here. I'm in Canada.
Yes.
Um, and it seemed like Canada is just like bobbing in the water. It's really not doing anything by itself. It just keeps bobbing.
Yes.
What's the point of that?
Canada as a space, as a physical interactive energy, is that which supports. So therefore, it needs to be partnered with other places.
Come again?
You understand the idea that there are some certain people that act as supports for others?
Support.
Yes.
You sure?
They support a system, they support a place.
Yeah.
As a country, as an energetic space for people, you in the energetic space that exists for what you refer to as Canada, part of your North America continent,
Yeah.
is that which supports.
Thank you. Do you mean that the place offer support, or Canada supports others? For example, America.
Canada supports others.
In what way?
Energetically, it needs to combine with others to fulfill its purpose. So therefore, it acts from a place of service, whether it's the people or it's the resources that it chooses to share with others.
Do you see the North American and maybe the Central America uniting at some point?
At some point, but that is many years down the road. That is not any time within your time span or time space that you would understand.
Right. I mean, eventually, shouldn't the entire planet be one?
Yes, but you will see many events leading up to that particular point. Not anytime soon.
In one of, in the Star Trek, I believe San Francisco is where they have the Starfleet headquarters or academy, whatever it was, and it
Yeah.
seemed to be one planet, one world, and one Starfleet they had, maybe more.
Yes, but the place that you're referring to as that won't be in that location.
And is it 100 years from now or 300 years from now?
More of 150.
Okay.
Your world still has a lot of cleanup to do.
Yeah. What about the ability to travel from Earth, let's say within the solar system, reliably, that anyone could do it? Is it something that we're going to see at some point?
Yes,
What kind of time frame we're looking at?
within the next 50 years.
I've asked you this before, but for the sake of whomever watching, I'll ask you again. Why is Elon insisting on creating this chemical-powered rockets where we have reverse engineered other technology that perhaps can take us to Mars a lot quicker?
The idea of holding on to money, holding on to you need me.
So he can make more money with the rockets.
Yes. Much of the technology that has been suppressed on your planet would take you away from the idea of chemical or the idea of greed as a culture, as a society. The idea of lack, if you integrated many of the technologies that has been delivered to your world, would be eliminated within a generation or less.
Right, right, right. Because if I have access to free or near free energy, then I have no lack of anything.
Yes. If
Right.
you have the ability to have whatever you want and the ability to go wherever you choose to go,
Yeah.
what would you worry about ever needing money for?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
being trapped by the idea of money for services or money for receiving gifts?
Right. But this would require at least two generations of humans just to absorb that idea.
Yes. But you
Maybe.
see this starting to occur in the younger generations on your planet right now, correct?
Yeah, I do see it.
Therefore, the children that are being born now are already coming in with this idea in mind.
Yeah. Yeah, and even with my daughter, she loves the thrift store, or she loves receiving a piece of clothing, and she doesn't really care where it came from or what the brand on it.
Yes,
Although she does know the brand, and she loves the little branded dolls, so it's both.
yes.
Yeah. How long before we don't have chips and Coca-Cola? I mean, that's also a form of a collective understanding and frequency of sorts.
Please repeat the question.
How long before we stop drinking pop as a collective?
When do you want to stop?
I want to stop now.
Then stop now. It's a
What
case
ab-
by case basis.
It's a case by case.
You can't choose for other people.
Right. But okay, what I'm asking is how long before I do not see pop on the shelves because nobody wants it?
Until people stop not wanting it.
Yeah.
It goes back to a case by case basis. You cannot make decisions for other people.
Right. Okay. The channel and I were using this pendulum earlier.
Yes.
Um, could you please explain us how a pendulum works?
Much in the same way that a dowsing rod does, it acts as a receiver or a translator of the biometric signals that you're receiving from everything outside of you and that your guides might want to give to you, or the frequencies that you're choosing connect to. It is your body's ability to express those particular energies through your physical body. So therefore, when you actually take the time to connect in that way, you are working to improve your intuition as well as you are working to improve your ability to receive information and being open. Because many times for your people, things such as dowsing rods or for pendulums or for tarot cards, this is a way for your physical mind to get out of the way and allow information to be received in a form that's okay for you to understand it is coming from outside of you or from within.
So this is a sort of uh, a conduit for information.
It is a way to train your body to be a conduit.
I see. Yes. Now, if I remove the pendulum and I just want to receive the information telepathically, psychically, what would be a good way to do that?
You need to practice. You need to practice being okay with just receiving the signal rather than a device or something outside of you giving you the information.
I was at a store today and I looked at some wrapped food item, whatever it was,
Yes.
and my stomach just started turning, and he just told me like, no, 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 no.
Well, that was a very clear signal you received.
That was a strong message.
Yes.
Yeah. How do I reach a state where I can receive be in receive state?
Be open. Look at the parts of you that are not willing to be open to receiving information and just get out of your own way.
Yeah.
The less complicated you make it, the more you allow yourself to relax into the idea of just receiving information, the easier the actual ability for your body to receive the information becomes. It doesn't matter because you notice as the longer I speak through the channel, the less my words have an accent to them.
Yes.
It's because his body has settled into more of the idea of actually receiving the information. It's less foreign to him. It is more calculated and more calibrated because he is giving himself an opportunity to just receive. Because of the extensive changes he's made recently, he needed to go through a recalibration process, which is partly the reason why we are doing this particular session tonight.
Excellent. Thank you. Couple more questions?
Yes.
Okay. I've been attracted to Costa Rica for it just feels so great. And the Bashar says, follow your highest passion.
Yes.
And that's what I'm doing. Is it a complete madness to go to a different country and to start some a large size project like I'm doing?
Do you feel very drawn to do the thing?
Very.
Then no, it's not crazy.
Yeah.
Remember, this always comes down to your definitions of what you believe is possible or what you know is possible.
Yes.
It does not necessarily need to be large. Many times it's better if it's small. But if you feel drawn to do a particular project, such as a building project, and you have no hurdles in your way,
No hurdles. And the people I've met along the road and brought each other are absolute perfect pieces in the puzzle.
yes.
One after the other, I can see how this dream I had is could happen, and all these people coming out of nowhere and they all say, yeah, we'll do it.
When you follow your excitement, it's a complete kit, as the Bashar has said many times.
Yeah,
It reveals everything so you can move forward given the resources you have.
very good. Any message for the channel?
No, he is receiving the information internally at this point. He does not necessarily need to have a external response. More of these kind of sessions that he does at this point is to recalibrate his system for a prolonged use rather than the short term questions he typically asks.
I see.
He will
Would
join
you?
you soon.
Sorry?
He will join you soon.
Yes. Any party message for the people?
We are here. We are sustaining our connection to you. We are making sure certain events do not take place. Do not act from a place of worry or dread, but understand that everything you are going through at the moment is all part of the process of releasing the past. And we will be with you shortly.
Thank you.
Good day.
Good day.
Huh. All right, that was great.
Good day.
Yeah, no, that's that was a lot easier. I
And more relaxed. For me too.
like the first initially the first probably I'd say 10-15 minutes that he was coming through, it was more of a it felt very jittery, but as my system actually recalibrated to
I was very jittery.
yeah.
Very.
Well,
And then
he hasn't come through for a while. I haven't needed to bring him through for a while, so that was yeah.
that's
But
two girls ditched me because I'm talking to the alien.
I would personally just stop mentioning it, to be honest with you. I would personally just stop mentioning it, to be honest with you.
But then I can't say that they kicked me because I mentioned the alien. I mean, just to tell you that's worth it. The whole day is worth it.
I tend to attract them because I can show off that I can do it. But if it's not something you can show, I wouldn't typically talk about it, to be honest with you. What? Yeah. Let's end the recording. Just
Oh yeah, you know how to do it.
yeah.